Good evening, everybody. I decided to make my final call as a video here just to discuss what we'll be looking at as we go into the day tomorrow. Right here is a radar image of what it looks right now, and this is a very, very strong system. Last year, as you all remember, we had that blizzard, and the radar image actually looked pretty similar to this. Our low pressure here and down in the south over northern Georgia. The only difference last year was we had a massive banana high, which helped produce the cold air ahead of the system and which led to the massive snow totals. This time around, we don't have that high pressure sitting up over the Great Lakes region, but we do have a weak area of high pressure over southeastern Canada, even up towards Maine. And that will help funnel in some cold air for areas to our north and west especially, and might squeeze out a couple wet snowflakes and or sleet pellets by the end of tomorrow. Probably sometime tomorrow night is our best shot. I'll show you that in a second here. The NAM model here, this is the NAM model that just came out as of a couple hours ago as I'm taking this video at 10 o'clock. This actually is the most aggressive model, turning our rain over to snow by early Tuesday morning. This would be valid for, let's see here, this is about 2, 3 in the morning. So this would be impressive. I mean, this is what you call dynamic cooling, which is basically when the system produces its own cold air. So dynamic cooling is actually pretty unique. That's why you have rain in southeastern New York, then you get in the sleet and freezing rain to our north, yet to the south we're snowing. So that's why it might look a little weird on this predicted radar image. But again, it's the most aggressive model. It does have Harrisburg in the snow. I question that a little bit, but at the same time, I think if it's coming down hard enough, we could mix in with some wet snowflakes and or sleet. And I have a graphic here. This is just to show you the precip types that we can expect tomorrow. Anywhere in the green here is your steady rain. You're probably going to get a solid 1 or 2 inches out of this system. And down near the coastal areas, you actually get some pretty bad beach erosion and significant coastal flooding. I know in southern Long Island they actually have a something like a hurricane force wind warning or something like that, where I believe the forecast is for up to 80-mile-an-hour gusts. So this is a very impressive nor'easter, that's for sure. It might not please the snow lovers for most of us here, but when you're a weather enthusiast like me, it's an impressive system to track here. Now, as you get into this pink area, and this covers just about all of Dauphin County, part of Lebanon, down towards Chambersburg and northern Franklin County, it's going to be a mainly rain event still for us. But here I have stated it could mix with some sleet pellets and or wet snowflakes. Not expecting much of an accumulation, but if the NAM is right and a couple other models suggesting some snow or sleet mixing in, we could deal with perhaps a changeover by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. I wouldn't get your hopes up if you're looking for some snow accumulation. It's just not looking likely at this moment. I mean, right now we're sitting at 47 degrees, so even if it does change over, we're going to be pretty warm tomorrow for any accumulation. But as we head northwest here, past Lewistown and up towards, especially towards State College, once you get in that gray region, you're still looking at a pretty dominant rain system, but those areas will change over to sleet and snow, and it will accumulate. And then in your lighter blue, that's where you get to the moderate accumulation, rain, snow, and sleet. And then in your dark blue up in northern PA, that's where it's going to be mainly snow and sleet. Even those areas might start off as a little rain. I don't know if you have any travel plans up there or know any friends and family. But these areas actually are looking for a pretty significant snowfall. Far out west, because we're relying on dynamic cooling here, these areas will just be a light rainfall. Even as far northwest, even potentially Erie. I don't really forecast too well up there, but those areas might even just be an all rain system. But again, for those areas, it's not looking like a major rainfall, just perhaps just a little bit of shower activity. Anywhere in the green, that's where your potential for some isolated flooding is possible. And I should mention, though, I don't have the winds here. The winds are still going to be impressive. We're actually under a wind advisory. Chance for wind gusts, that is, up to 50 miles an hour. That's just gusts, so it's not going to be consistent. But just be prepared for a very breezy day tomorrow. Power outages, it's possible. I'd be more concerned towards eastern PA, and again, especially closer to the coast. And even in these blue shaded regions where you get the snow and the snow and the sleet, and then it sticks to the power lines and trees, then you get the little bit of wind. You never know what could happen. Our last true snowstorm that actually was a wet snow, I gotta say it was back in March of 2015 where we got about 5 inches. And I'll tell you what, luckily that day it wasn't windy because it accumulated very well. So if these areas do actually get several inches of snow and then the wind, power outages are possible, that's for sure. But luckily for these areas, the wind won't be as bad towards the south as is towards the coast. But still, 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts is pretty impressive with on top of several inches of snow. Speaking of snow, I have my updated map here. And I have shifted a bit south and east. This accounts for snow and sleet, so this is not just snow. And parts of northern Dauphin County I have included in a coding to 1. Again, not too thrilling, but the latest trends have been for a colder system. So I did include northern parts of Dauphin County just because of the higher terrain up there, and as is towards the west. Now, as you head towards State College, like I previously mentioned, that's where you get your moderate accumulations, where 3 to 5 inches is possible. Again, this is a wet snowfall, so you're going to be building a bunch of snowmen, that's for sure, and have snowball fights, whatever you like to do. Williamsport's in a valley region area, so they're actually only expecting 1 to 3, according to my prediction here. If you have any plans up towards Scranton, they actually might get in a few inches of snowfall. Poconos, several inches. And all of northern PA, I think, is going to get a solid 5 to 8 inches of snow and sleet. It's probably going to be mainly snow for these areas, actually. But as you get into the darker blue regions, that's where it starts to slowly transition into more of a snow-sleet combo. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for now. I will have updates throughout the day if I see any changes in like the radar trends. You never know with these nor'easters. They could just throw some curveballs at us. For us snow lovers out there, hopefully it throws us a curveball that in a way produces some snowfall for our area in the lower Susquehanna Valley. But right now, even though I do have all of Dauphin County potentially changing over or mixing with snow and sleet, not all of us will see accumulation simply due to the fact our temperatures are just too warm. During the peak of the storm, our temperatures will probably be in the upper 30s, so again, it will have to come down really hard to get accumulation. Alright guys, again, like I said, I'll have updates throughout the day on my Facebook page, but that's it for now, so hope you enjoyed the video and have a good night.